Morning, or it might be afternoon depending on where you are. Potentially it could be evening. Well, anyway, I'm here, and I was just thinking about this concept I keep hearing about in the UK. 15-minute cities, everything you need in 15 minutes. Well, where I am, whether by design or accident, has everything they need, from a market to factories and work, shops, all within 10 to 15 minutes. This is kind of DOMs or dommies, so homes, and I'm gonna go this way I think today, and kind of over there is the main street, and I'm going to walk all the way down the main street and point out everything from a DIY shop. Remember DIY shops? Wow, they were good. We don't really have them anymore, so let's have a look around. Well, it's had a lick of paint. It wasn't green before. So homes just coming out of winter into spring almost overnight. I've got to be careful I don't fall over on the mix of wet ice or wet snow. I'm at the very top of the valley that goes down into the city. So this is main road. There's what was a factory, which now has a supermarket, and the smaller factory, and in the distance over there is a hospital. It's a factory all the way up the street. Here is a pharmacist. A trading place, like pawnbrokers we would call it, and the ironmongers, or the DIY shop, which is great. Over the road is a wine shop, so beers and wines, old factory there. An assortment of shops there, from a cake shop, a butcher's, a dancing club. Can't tell what that one is. That looks like a sewing place. Can't remember what the word is. People that sew your clothes for you. Homemade brew. Going down. Over there is Wild Berries, which is like an Amazon equivalent, but they don't deliver it to the door. They deliver to the nearest outlet. So here's one here, that's Ozone and E-Marketplace. Actually walking on the wrong side of the road. So there, and 5 is like a co-op. And this is like a Greggs. So kind of everything you want within a few minutes. Over there's another pharmacist. Workers are doing something on the pipes in the street. So wandering down now, there's a mixture of old and new. This is a florist. Special occasions. Cake shop over there, another pharmacist. Smells like a bakery. It is a bakery. I can see things. Not sure about that. Looks closed. And this is, from what I understand, an old Soviet greengrocers. Has a bit of everything. This is a school on the left, so I won't be filming that. A magnet. T-Doma. Magnet at home, supermarket at home, perhaps. JCB. A clothes shop over there, newly opened. So it does have everything you need. So the 15-minute idea that we have in the UK, which is kind of generated by having these electric cars, that everything we need is 15 minutes away. So electric cars will kind of work that distance because they're not particularly good at long distances, so people are finding out. My favourite car, a Lada. Now someone tried to sell me a Lada in the UK for £10,000. Here you can buy a Lada for about £300, all working. But they are old Soviet cars, so some are looked after, some not so much. That's a new Lada. That's how a new Lada looks. So down here on the left is student accommodation. Over here on the right, student of engineering, I think. It's got a big plane outside the front, so I think translation was it's something to do with engineering, or they've been working down here. I remember. Let the car pass because I don't want to get covered in mud. There you go. A lot of mud on the floor. A coffee shop, lots of coffee outlets. So over there, that's the university. And of course, lots of students from all over the place. So I've not walked very far, and I'll be coming on to a shoe shop and then a market. Snow's pretty much gone, and this time last week it's probably 4 or 5 foot of snow, and now gone. It'll all be drying out soon. Roosters, forgot about that. Roosters is KFC. So as far as I understand, they're not connected in any way to KFC, but they look exactly the same. And just overnight they just changed the labels on most things. Like McDonald's is no longer McDonald's here, but everything appears the same. A different mentality about work. If you fall into one of their holes, workman holes, they're likely to sue you for damaging their property and interfering with their work, unlike in Britain where we kind of sue everybody for anything at any point. Well, here they've got the Spanish mentality They want to know why you were messing around with one of their holes, and potentially you could be sued for damages. Another coffee shop, and this is smells terrible. Roosters. Interesting hole. Now I'm going to see if I can walk in the market. At least if nothing else, I can walk straight through it, maybe. Accommodation. And the road I'm walking down now is, if I turn left and left again, I'll return to the spot, or the same spot I was in. Florists on the left. I've used those a couple of times. They're actually very good florists. Oh, there's some nice flowers in there. Accommodation and shops. What I see a lot of is on the ground floor of most apartments in the main streets or in the centre of the city. They have shops. That one there is Turkish smoking. It's one of those devices you suck into, or you suck out of. This is the market. I'm just going to hold the camera here and see how far I get, but I don't think I'll be so keen. Seems a lot of money for that. Here, a row of florists above a working hospital. Right. Over the road there, a shop that sells telephone accessories. After the winter, now they've got access to the roads, they're doing repairs to the pipework. Same everywhere. People don't look once they're on the mobile phone. Before, trams used to run along there.